as much as the Kiwis hate us. I reckon they might even give this a crack. Get your laughing gear around a curry dog's eye. And instead of just throwing it in the slow cooker or the crock pot, we're going to give it a hit on the barbecue for some wicked smoke. Just a tip, with AussieQ barbecue, have your bin right next to you. Much easier. First step is prep or mise en place for your fancy fuckers. We're just going to take the silver skin and any of the fatty crappy bits off. So just like that, if there's multiple layers of fat, just trim them straight off. Bugger off all the silver skin because it will just be chewy. Just like this. And if you've got a whole chunk of fat, put it into the small container. That can go into your oven. We'll render that down and we'll use that as tallow. Next step, quick season. We're just going to use a very light coating of the coffee-based rub, not to overpower the spices, but the coffee will complement the beef beautifully. Otherwise, you can just use a nice light coat of salt. Remember, nice and high, nice even coverage. Perfect opportunity to fire up the Barbie. If you get a little bit of fucking hand noise, just sit down, tune out, cook on the Barbie, and let everything else bugger off for that point in time. Righto, let's head outside and fire up the Barbie. Bloody beautiful day to fire up the Barbie. You know the drill, battle plug is on. It's at this point that you throw it in the oven too. If you're using charcoal, light it up like a fuse. Burn along the charcoal like a fuse. Charcoal's lit, move the wood up, bang your beef on. Lid on. If you're cooking with a kettle or GA, just make sure the vent is over the meat and the smoke draws itself over the top. Right, now there's a crap load of stuff we could be doing while that beef is smoking, but we're going to prep everything ready so we can throw it all into the crock pot at the very end. About a 3cm piece of ginger. Hell of a lot easier with that scooper. Now just grate that piece straight into the pot. Rough dice 2 massive onions. Remember what I said about the bin? Peel your fory off. Bang her into the pot. Diced Tommies, curry powder, cumin, garam masala, salt, and a beeswax of cinnamon. Put this to the side until the beef is nice and tender. How bloody good. When you have bark and colour like this, we'll dice it up and throw it into the crock pot. Prostate glove on. Depending on how thick you like your meat, that's how thick you want to put it into your pie. I'm going to shoot for about 2 centimetres or just under an inch. That's still pretty big. Oh yeah, just a tip. With AussieQ barbecue, make sure you cut against the grain and give you a nice bite during the pie. Now just bang that chuck into the curry mixture and then we'll put it on the heat. Righto, bang it into the oven 130 to 150 Celsius in that range until the beef can probe like butter. That should probably take about another 3 to 4 hours. Just check it every hour. Push a skewer through the beef. There should be very little resistance. I did the pie mix the day before, so 12 hours later. Up early to make the pies. How good is that sunrise? If it has a bit too much liquid like this, you can just throw a bit of cornstarch slurry through it and thicken it up. Add about 50 mils at a time and stir it through. Let the pie mixture cool before you put it into the pastry. Short crust on the bottom, puff on the top. If you're using pie tins, go about 20% bigger to allow for the tin size. Push it down into your tray. Then just bang your mixture into the pie tin. Then just bang your puff pastry straight on top. Just squeeze out any of the air pockets and then crimp the edges with your thumb. A little bit of Keen's curry across the top. Now bang it into the oven till golden on top. Let's split her open and see what we got. Holy snapping duck shizer, look at that. Let's give this red hot shot. Oh yeah. That is bloody mint, no beating around the bush. That is absolutely mint, that smoked beef. This takes it up a whole nother level. Bang that down your neck.